Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly if you've never seen me before. Thanks for stopping by. Alright y'all, today we have something different. Today I have a tutorial for y'all. So I'm going to show you guys how I made this adjustable strap. So if you've been around for a while, you know that when I started sewing, I actually started making bags before I started making clothes. And when I make bags, I love to make, that's a lie, I don't love to make my own straps, but I love the look of making my own straps using the same material that I'm using for the bag. I feel like it just gives it a complete look, and it's much more like uniform, it's more cohesive, and definitely much more professional looking. So therefore I tend to make my own straps over using, say, a chain or some type of webbing for my strap. I mean, sometimes I do that, but 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna make my own straps. And it's also one of the questions that I get most often, so I decided to do a tutorial and show all you guys how to make an adjustable strap. So for this strap, I actually used a faux leather that I got from Joann's. However, the technique that I'm going to show you, you can use whatever material you want. You can do it with obviously faux leather, you can use real leather, you can use cork, or you could even use cotton fabric if you like. You just have to make sure you interface it with, say, a Decoville light or even a woven stabilizer, just to make sure, you know, it has some thickness to it. Alright, and so in addition to the material, you are going to need a little bit of hardware. You're going to need an adjuster, strap ends if you prefer. It's not mandatory, it just gives it a more finished, polished look. And you're definitely going to need adjusters, but I'll show you all that once we start making the strap. Alright, without further ado, so here's the fabric I'm going to be using to make the strap today. It is cut at about 3.5 inches wide by the width of the fabric. I think it's about 54 inches long. So usually when I make my strap, I like for the strap to be about 1 inch wide. However, for this strap, it's going on a mini crossbody bag. So I'm making the strap just a little less wide so that the ends will fit nicely into the hardware that I have planned for it, and that the strap is not too wide for the little bag that it's going to be attached to. Here are all the hardware and supplies that we are going to need to make our strap. We have our hardware here. I have 2 strap ends, an adjuster, as well as 2 swivel hooks. These are my baby screws that I am going to use to secure the strap ends in place. And then here is my handy dandy screwdriver set that I'm going to use for my screws. I also have rivets here that I like to use to secure the strap in place. And then we have double-sided tape that I'm going to need when it is time to fold the fabric onto itself. This tape will help keep it in place. And then I have clips. I have this beacon glue here for extra security when it comes to the hardware. And then here I have my rivet press. And so this is not needed to add the rivets. There are other tools out there, hand tools, riveters, and a few other things that you can use if you don't have a press. Alright, so go ahead and grab your fabric. We have to put a line directly down the middle. So since this piece of fabric here measures 3.5 inches, the line should be drawn at 1 3/4 inch. And just continue this down the length of the fabric. Alright, so now that we have our line drawn, go ahead and grab your double-sided tape. So take the tape and you want to put it probably about 1/8 of an inch away from that line on both sides. All right, once you have your tape, just go ahead and peel the paper off. And then fold the fabric onto itself. And so I like to leave just a little bit of space between the edge here and the line. It will make it a whole lot easier to fold onto itself later once you have to fold all 4 layers together. All right, do the same thing on the other side. So it's really important that your tape is not right on this line, because when it comes time to sew, you'll be sewing pretty close to that line and you don't want your needle getting all gummy going through those layers of tape. Alright, so now pull out those clips and we are going to do one more fold and use the clips to hold it in place before we take it to the sewing machine. See how easy it folds together? Leaving that space between the 2 pieces in the inside helps with that tremendously. I remember when I first started making my own straps, it would be so tough to get this so perfect, and that one little adjustment made the biggest difference. Alright, we are all finished and now it is time to go to the sewing machine. I like to start on this side of the strap. I like to secure this side and make sure everything is straight and perfect before I do this side. And so I'm also going to be using the longest stitch length possible. And on this machine here, the longest stitch length is 5.0. And so I'm going to be stitching at 5.0 at about 1/8 of an inch from the edge of my strap. Alright, so I'm back from the sewing machine and my strap is all nicely top stitched. Now it is time to start adding our hardware to the strap. Okay, so the first thing you're going to add is the adjuster piece. So go ahead and take your adjuster piece and you're going to insert the strap into the left side and then down on the right side. Okay, so it should look like that. And then you want to have just a little bit of excess. There's no perfect amount, but generally I like to keep about 2 inches past the buckle. Okay. Alright, now I'm just going to grab a clip to hold this in place while I get my strap in. So go ahead and grab one of the strap ends, and I like to put just a little bit of glue in there for extra security. Just a little bit. Being careful not to get glue all over the nice shiny piece. And so I'm just gonna trim these threads. Okay. So take that end and now you are going to just slide it onto the edge like so. All right, see that? And so now we are going to secure it again with these screws. What I like about these screws is they're magnetic, so they're really little and can be really fussy, but this helps keep them close. Alright, one down, one more to go. Alright, perfect, just like that. So now we have to secure this in place, and so I'm going to use rivets, but if you don't have rivets or don't like rivets, you could just sew around here, so like a rectangle box, even put an X in it if you want, but like I said, I'm going to do rivets. So first I'm just going to mark placement for my rivets. And again, there's no exact place that you need to put your rivets. I just like to make sure they're symmetrical. So I'm going to put one here and another here. Like I said, I will be using my rivet press to do this. And so first I punch my holes. Next, I will add my rivets. All right, and to secure these, I've just got to change out the die on my rivet press. Now I just press down. Just have to make sure everything is straight before I press. All right, and see, now it is all secure. and in place. It is not going anywhere. Okay, so grab the other end and then one of your swivel hooks, and you're going to take it and insert the strap. If I can get it, there it is. So you're going to insert that and pull it down. Pull it close to this other side. So now this is what you should have. I'm going to just pull it down just a little bit. Now grab the other end again, and then now you want to push this up the right side and then down the left side. It's a little snug in there, and I actually like it like that because that means it's not going to go anywhere once you get it in place. So if you see, our strap is coming together. We have this side complete. So now all we have to do is the same thing that we did on the other side here. But first, before we can close it up, we got to add this swivel hook. So go ahead and put this in there like so. And then we'll close it up. But before I do, I just want to make sure both my swivel hooks are going in the same direction. And they are. Alright, perfect. So I'm just going to pull this a little closer. I want to keep it right in that 2 inches. Okay, pretty good. I'm going to just trim these threads. I'm actually just going to trim this down just a tad bit. So I'm going to grab my clip to hold it in place. The second end piece, I'm going to put just a little bit of glue in there. I don't really have a perfect way of putting this glue in there. It always gets a little messy. I just make sure I wipe it up before it dries. Okay, so now take this and do the same thing. You are going to insert your end piece in there. And sometimes this can get a little tough just because you're working with 4 layers of whatever material you're using, so it can get a little thick. And if it does, I just grab one of my tools and help me push it in. Okay, it's in there on that side. It's just this side that's not acting right. Okay, I've got it all in there. Now it is time. There's a little glue on there. Just wipe that off. It comes off fairly easy. And then secure it with the screws. Alright, this side is all done and secure. Only thing we have to do is add our rivets, and then the strap is complete. Now I just need to secure these and then we'll be done. All right, y'all, so just like that, the strap is complete, and I absolutely love the gum black hardware color with this red vinyl fabric color. I've never used this combination before, and I really like it. The bag that I have planned for it is a crossbody bag. The exterior fabric is the same as this one, but the interior fabric is a black and white fabric, and all the rest of the hardware and the zippers are also this gunmetal black, and I just think it is absolutely beautiful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you want more videos like this, and or if there's anything else you're curious about in the bag making process that I can do a tutorial for or provide more information on, please let me know in the comments. And so please make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're still here and you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. I would love to have you stick around. All right, y'all, until the next video, see you later.